All right, we are at T minus 352 days. 352 days until the 49ers' next Super Bowl. So we got time to kill. Let's see what's on 49ers Twitter. Nick Wright says that if Kirk Cousins wants to win a Super Bowl, he should go to the 49ers. That if the 49ers had Kirk Cousins instead of Brock Purdy, the game might have turned out different. Dude, number one, he was wrong about the game. He was wrong.
31-13. 31 Kansas City. Wow. I think this is the weakest opponent Kansas City's played.
First of all, he was wrong. He said it would be the easiest game. It was the hardest game. He said it would be a step down. It was a step up.
Now they get a breather. Kansas City had to go from Josh Allen to Lamar Jackson, and now they're down to Brock Purdy.
Will somebody Me Too this guy? Will somebody please Me Too this guy already? I don't even care that much about the veracity of it. Number two, when Brock Purdy walked off that field, he had the lead. On numerous occasions, when Brock Purdy walked back to the sideline, the 49ers were winning. Okay, so Brock Purdy did his job. He outplayed Lamar Jackson against the Chiefs. He outplayed Josh Allen against the Chiefs. It just so happens that Steve Wilkes and the defense coughed it up. I keep hearing, oh, Chris Jones, he ruined the game. That's what the money's for, Nick Bosa. That's what the money's for. Not that much money, but that's what the money's for, Randy Gregory. That's what the money's for, Chase Young. You know, during this offseason, when I was the only one hesitant about signing Nick Bosa, you guys were, just sign him. It's not our money. Who cares? I know, but anyway, here's Colin Cowherd. He says, you'll never know who you run into. I have no idea who that is that you ran into. I don't know who that is. You want me to do my Bernie Sanders impression? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. He says, look who I run into. I'm supposed to know, I think. Look who I run into, he says. I don't know who that is. Now here's Jessie Naylor. Jessie Naylor is always posting cherry-picked stats to make Brock Purdy look bad. He's been doing this for 2 years. He posts cherry-picked Brock Purdy stats to make him look like some average jabroni. And then when people get mad, he goes, whoa, I just posted stats. What's wrong with that? Whoa, I didn't mean I like Brock. I said I like Brock. That's what he'll say. He'll go, I like Brock. I said I like Brock. I'm just asking questions. No, but he'll constantly post these cherry-picked stats. I'm just asking questions. You're posting stats that are intended to make Brock Purdy look bad, or compare him to like Jimmy G. What? I'm just posting stats. And then the next day it'll be next to like Nick Mullins. He'll just keep going. He'll just keep doing this. He'll go, what? I didn't do anything. I'm just asking questions. I like Brock. I like Brock a lot. So the intent was to make Brock Purdy look bad, but I don't view it that way because Colin Kaepernick was great for like a season. He was 7-2 his first season, 12-4 his second season, 8-8 his third season. But for like 16 games of that, he was absolutely incredible. Remember, Ron Jaworski even said he could be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time if he just keeps working on it. Well, he did not keep working on it. When the league adjusted to Brock Purdy, he adjusted back. When the league adjusted to Patrick Mahomes like 4 or 5 times now, he adjusted back. When the league adjusted to Colin Kaepernick, he did not adjust. He fought with Alden Smith over some lady, who I can tell you is no Bridgerton lady. That I can tell you. Okay? She was no Bridgerton lady. That I can tell you. Instead of focusing on football, he's fighting with Alden Smith over, like, a Bay Area 7. What are you doing? And here is a comment from Ryan Hensley. Ryan Hensley says, my wife is not comfortable with you so heavy on the sack. My wife is not comfortable with you so heavy on the sack. So heavy on the sack. Smart move, actually. Keep it up. Okay. But why is it always the sexuality? Like, I disagree with your football opinion. Yes, I disapprove of you sexually. I don't know. I don't know why. All I said was, Ryan Hensley drives me crazy. His opinions are terrible. That's all I said. I didn't attack anybody. I just said his opinions are awful. His opinions are awful, and he's really smug about it. He's really smug. For someone who's wrong all the time, he's super arrogant about being wrong all the time. And apparently a lot of people agree because they have this little cabal where they're like bad cops and they keep saying each other how great one another is, right? They never want to say anything bad. I don't know how people expect like cops or politicians or any group of people to rat each other out when even content creators won't do it, when they refuse. Like, it's like they took an oath to like some sort of underground criminal organization or something. Like, bro, you're making freaking 49ers content and you can't even admit this so-and-so sucks? What are you doing? Everybody's talking about Isaiah Oliver. I don't care. These are replacement level players. They're just being re-jiggled around. Because not because the players don't matter, but because the game has been rigged. The rules have been rigged such that all the other players have been de-emphasized, and it is essentially coordinator, quarterback versus coordinator, quarterback. That's the whole game. You know how they go, oh, it's not, quarterbacks aren't playing against each other. They kind of are now. It's essentially a coordinator, quarterback versus your coordinator, your quarterback. And then the GM just has to not be incompetent. The GM just has, it's just a matter of resource allocation. All right, Akash reminds us that we still have Trey Lance on the books for $5.5 million. You know, when we got Trey Lance, everyone was thinking it was Boy Scout Colin Kaepernick. We were getting a Colin Kaepernick that was really into football. It turns out he wasn't anywhere near as talented. And that's why it pissed me off so much when he came here and starts making it rain everywhere instead of hitting the books. Like, bro, you are shorter than Kaepernick, weaker than Kaepernick, slower than Kaepernick. In every measurable way, you are less than Colin Kaepernick. And he wasn't enough. So you better come in here and hit the books, dude. Instead, he was going around making it rain. And you're like, oh, I bet you weren't mad at Jimmy G. Of course I was mad at Jimmy G. Of course I was mad at Jimmy G. And they're like, oh, you don't understand. He's young and blah, blah. Brock is young. By the way, CJ Stroud, I predict a little bit of a decline for CJ Stroud. It's not going to be in a linear fashion. He's just going to get better every year. It doesn't work that way. I bet you there's going to be a little bit of a decline or a little bit of a tapering off at some point. He's not just going to keep getting better and better. You see him running around with Amber Rose right now. You're like, oh, it doesn't matter, but I bet it matters. I think it matters. I don't think it's an accident that every championship quarterback has had like a Stepford wife at home. I don't think that's something to dismiss so easily.